Hey Michael, how are you?
Hey, Gabriel, good, good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, man. Michael, been in the UFC a minute, taking on another veteran. I mean, how does this one feel different compared to your fights in the past?
Yeah, the only thing that feels different right now is my mindset. I'm in a completely different mindset. I'm going into this fight nice and relaxed and refreshed, and I'm excited to fight. Clay's a great guy. I've always said he's a pioneer in the sport, future Hall of Famer in my book, and I'm excited to get in there and share some hands with him.
When you got a guy like Clay and there's so much film, so many of his fights are out there, right? Where do you even start when it comes to breaking him down? Do you look at the old stuff? Do you only focus on recent with your coaches? How does it work?
We only look at the recents. We look at some of the old ones that we compare, but you're only good as your last fight, so they say. So I kind of want to stay and look around and see what he's been doing his last few fights. Nothing really has changed much. He's still the same grinding fighter, and we have practice and we've prepared to beat that.
How do you get the job done this Saturday?
Um, any way that presents itself, that's how I'm going to get the job done. I'm always in there looking for knockouts, as you guys know, and that's going to be on my mind. But the more important thing is getting a win, and I'm very prepared to start fast and continue that way.
Hey, thank you, Michael. Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll take our next set of questions from Nikita Gorshin with Sport Express. Nikita, your line has been unmuted. I think we're having some technical issues there. I'll jump to Santiago Santos with 85.
Michael, greetings from Amsterdam. I have two short questions for you. Is Henry Hooft going to be in your corner on fight night? And what kind of influence has Henry had on your fight career?
Um, Henry's a great coach. That we've been in this game from the very beginning. Ever since he came over to the states. But unfortunately, he's not going to be in my corner. I've made some changes, and I'm no longer down in Florida full time, and it's just time for me to just make some changes. You know what I'm saying? He's always in my corner spiritually, and he'll be there, in spirits cheering me on, and and that's where that is.
Thank you for the time and good luck on fight night, Michael.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll take our next set of questions from Chris Decker with Talpa.
Hi Michael, how are you doing?
Good, good. How you doing?
Clay Guida is a veteran of the game. You're known for your speed. Is that something that we really see like, all right, that's where I have my advantage?
Absolutely. I have always used my speed to my advantage, and that's definitely one thing that's going to be a huge aspect of me getting the win Saturday night. I've gotten faster, I've gotten stronger, my footwork has gotten better, and I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to win.
You just talked about yeah, making some change in your coach. Why aren't you working with Henry anymore, Henry Hooft?
Oh, it's no big reasons. I just, some fighters get at a point in their career where they just need a little bit of a change and some different looks. He's done wonders to my career. He's done wonders to my game, as everybody knows, and we'll always have that tight bond and relationship. It's just, I just need to get different looks.
What are the different looks you had, and with who have you started working?
Oh well, I've gotten back, with my great coach Mike Van Arsdale, and I'm just trying to build around myself, and do things for myself, get exactly what I need, and that's it. Just small, minor changes. Me getting out of the state of Florida was another big change. I was probably getting too comfortable and too content, and I just needed to, get out of that space, start over fresh.
Was there something wrong with Florida, or was it just more of like just a new beginning?
Just a new beginning, but also Florida is not one of the best states in this country. I hate to say, and The big thing is just a lot of distractions down there. You know, I'm too comfortable knowing everybody, having a name. It's kind of easy to get distracted away from the main goals, and that's me becoming a world champion. And I know some other guys, you know, can do it and stay down there, but the guys that can do it, you know, have a great home life, a great, you know, good family, you know, good wife or girlfriend, you know, and fortunately, I'm not one of those guys, and you know, I just needed to get out.
So were you like, I wanted to get out of Florida, or were you like, I want to go to a certain place with your new coach where Mike van Arston now is?
Just you know, get out of Florida. You know, I don't really think that the whole team atmosphere benefits me as much at this point anymore. You know, I love being a part of a team. I love being part of a great team. But at the end of the day, I'm realizing that it's important. Everything needs to be done for myself, and I need to become successful and just build around me.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll take our next set of questions from Dane Martin with MMA Fighting.
Hey, Michael. Obviously, going into this fight, there's always something to prove, and you've always been a kind of brutally honest guy with your own career. Going into this fight with Clay Guida, what do you feel like you are trying to prove in a fight like this?
I got to prove that I'm still capable of becoming a world champion. That's what it is. I growing in my mind, and that's been a huge thing, a huge change for me over this past year. And like I've said before, maybe early in my career, I wasn't mentally ready to become a world champion, but now I am. So I have to go in this fight and prove to myself and prove to everyone else that I still have that capability of becoming that.
I know you've answered some variation of this question numerous times, but I'm gonna ask it again in a slightly different way. You've had these fights where you have wins over guys like Dustin Poirier, who a lot of people would consider as kind of the uncrowned champion right now, who could be retired. You had that battle with Justin Gaethje. You've had those fights where you're so close, and then something has gone wrong or whatever, and you've lost it. What do you feel like is the difference to get over that hump, to have that moment? Because I know it doesn't make it any easier that you had a very close fight with Justin Gaethje. You wanted to get a win. But what do you feel like is the difference to kind of get over that hump?
Me being mentally strong, not allowing myself to get caught up in certain positions or losing focus. That's what it's been. So now I'm fully prepared. I'm going into these fights. Maybe I was training my body so much and I was forgetting the most important muscle in our body, and that's our mind. So I've really focused on building that, getting stronger, staying focused, and that's going to be the key to getting over this hump.
You talk about the mentality, though, knowing that you're a guy who did, knock out Dustin Poirier, did go to war with Justin Gaethje, did have those kind of fights. Does that also give you confidence knowing that you are, just a matter of a few tweaks and changes away from making that run, being able to make that run at the top of the division?
Absolutely. It gives me great hope in the aspect that I'm really not going to start from the bottom here. I string together a few good wins. Me being, the fighter I am, and these guys that I've beaten and the guys that I've had close wars with, it's going to be, pretty simple to get those fights back. I just need to show the powers that be and everybody else that, hey, I'm still here and I'm still willing to get this world title.
And last one for me, you mentioned the change in your training camp. It sounds a little bit more like you're doing kind of like a little bit of the boxing mentality where it's more focused on you versus the team. And obviously it's different strokes for different folks in terms of what works for them. But do you feel like that has been a big difference where you've kind of put the focus back on you as the centerpiece of the camp versus, a team where there are, 20 guys all training for fights at the same time?
Yeah, I think that's made a huge difference. You know what I mean? Like I said, I had all the love in the world for those guys and all the respect, but at the end of the day, it's an individual sport, and you have to do what you have to do for yourself at the end of the day. And unfortunately, it kind of hurts not to. I don't want to say I could completely split ways from these guys. I'm just doing things that I need to do to get the job done.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.